Okay, so we're live. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the conversation. Yes, listen to this. Listen to this.
Health and wellness, transformation, yeah, we got it. Discussing breakthroughs,
I love it.
National issues. The show will take you there, yeah. Taking it step by step, living your best life, yeah. Getting stronger and living longer. Let's figure out the questions for ya. I need a little conversation. You need a
Brandon, thank you very, very much. Welcome to the conversation. Guys, listen, y'all haven't heard that since January 31st, right? My Lord, I even forgot I had that in the arsenal. Just fantastic. Thank you very much, Patrice Morel. Really incredible. It makes me feel like I'm really doing this show now, you know, and it's so super. Social media audience, I thank you all so much. You guys have been incredible. Do me a favor, share this video. Share the video. We have a jam-packed show for you, a number of segments. We're going to start first, though, with the millennial voice, because you already know, in fact, the Prime Minister has already declared Campaign 2022 is on the move. It started. Both major parties have had events, and so I decided to, you know, we often have a hot topic about national issues, etc. on a Monday. I decided that today, in this first segment, to hear what the millennials are thinking, and to maybe, are they even thinking, are they involved, do they even care? We have some millennials here. We have Latino Thompson and Ashley McLean, and they represent a number of different viewpoints and opinions. Ashley has come loaded too with, because apparently, did y'all know, not only is there Bahamian Twitter, but there's Bahamian millennial Twitter. Who knew? And so certainly, of course, we're going to hear from them, and I understand they're totally loaded, and if you think they're not paying attention, then you are totally misled. And then a little bit later, we're going to be talking business. We have a number of business vendors here who are going to share their secrets, share how they got started, how they continue to be open, even when world crises emerge. Like, for example, the now that's been declared a pandemic, the coronavirus, a number of things, and it's all to do with a business expo that is planned for the end of this month to bring vendors and business owners together, but also to share very pertinent information about keeping your doors open, keeping your products hot and in front of people, and having people interested in what you do. Among those business vendors you're going to meet a little bit later is the lady who got me, listen to me, we already have our one little challenge in the bigger challenge. She is getting me ready for bikini. Yeah, I have put it out there. I will be in a bikini by July. As I swallow hard. Renee Minus is here. You're going to hear a little bit about her story. She comes totally loaded. Like, you know, if you, the last name Minus, yeah, if you can connect it, you're right. And so we're going to hear a little bit from her. Box Fit Nation is where she's from, and I'm so grateful to be working out with her and getting healthy. It's remaining healthy. It's very important to me since 2017, in fact, and so I'm really happy that she is here as well to participate in that. And so, yeah, an incredible show that's on tap today. And so, welcome to the show. Please share the video and let's get this going. Right, Latino, welcome to the show. It's really good having you. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, let's just.
I'm good. I'm excited to have the conversation. This is my first time here, so I'm just ready. I'm ready to go.
Would it if you were to make an opening statement, and look at my people with the Box Fit logo right here. When I tell you I am in love with Cara Ellis and Brandon Roll, I need you all to understand and just understand it, respect it, and just accept it. Those two are amazing. They are part of my production team. Yay, girls, got production team. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. And so let's just kind of, thank you, Ashley, thanks. Let's just really get in there. If there's one burning issue, and I know there are perhaps several, but if there's one burning issue that millennials are paying attention to, hi, come on in, paying attention to, and really say, you know, these elected officials and those who are vying for potential office, understand, this is where we're at, these are our thoughts, and we're not letting you get by so easily. What would that be?
I think the burning issue has to deal with the future here in the Bahamas, what the future of the Bahamas looks like. Where can I go? What is my life going to be like here? And for many Bahamians, young Bahamians, sometimes some of them will be the first-time voters. That's the big question, because you told us to go to school, you told us the sky's the limit, you told that nothing is impossible. But now what? After I get the degree, after I've done the 4 years, after I've done the 8 years, after I've done the 10 years of schooling, what am I coming home to do? What am I coming back to? What is my future in the Bahamas?
So what is it then? I'm understanding, and Ashley, you can jump in as well, because we can have this wonderful, back and forth. Are millennials saying and feeling that there is no future for them?
Yes. I mean, for me personally, that's the big issue. Because unfortunately, while we've cultivated tourism, while we've cultivated nursing, while we've cultivated cultivated our teaching, we've cultivated the lawyers, we've cultivated the doctors. Everything else, if you wanted to be an astronaut, you have to leave. There's nothing here that helps you get ready for that. If you wanted to build your own company, while I think that's another avenue. We focus a lot on economics here, but it's not where Bahamians are in ownership positions. We're always subservient or serving someone else. And that's a big issue.
Even in this multi-billion-dollar tourism industry.
Yes, even in this multi-billion-dollar tourism industry. A lot of times when I go away and I have conversations with people and I tell them that I'm from the Bahamas, they'll be like, well, you must like it there. I said, because the truth of the matter is that, and this is just how it is, I feel as if this country is not for me, even though this is the only place that I've lived.
So you feel as though you just really, and it's designed way before you even got here,
yes,
that truly this country is just for you to live in, work hard in, struggling to catch up with your bills, and never get to some level of comfort.
And that you're very much correct in your assessment. That's exactly what this is. I had the privilege of going down to Ragged Island to do an ethnographic study with the University of the Bahamas, right? And we went there right after Hurricane Joaquin, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yes, after that. And as on our way down, we stopped in the Exuma Keys. And right there in front of the island was this big sign saying no trespassing. And you saw the big houses. You saw the solar-powered electrical grids. And the kind
of... Where?
Electrical grids.
Where?
In Exuma Keys.
Exuma. Yeah,
but here's the thing. As you looked around and you saw the opulence, the grandeur, and the wealth, the question came to my mind is, will I ever have even a smidgen of that? Could I ever attain that in this country? And I think tourism bears that out, right? While Bahamians will own pop and mom stores or they'll own the bed and breakfast, there has been no major Bahamian hotel owned in the Bahamas. And that's a big issue. So we're boasting of a tourism industry that only makes Bahamians servants and never masters over their destiny. And that's a big issue, a very huge issue. Mm-hmm. And as a young person, those questions are always looming. Where do I go now? What do I do next? Is there space for me? And if you're not creating space, if there are no spaces made, if there are no markets available, if there's structural violence occurring that impedes and stands as an obstacle in my way, then that is a huge issue that affects all Bahamians, not just young,
right,
but the old and young.
Because it's like, I understand what you're saying. How many jobs can we get? How the economy appears to be shrinking and closing in around everybody who's aspiring to be something and try to get somewhere.
Yes.
And it's almost as though, as you said, it's almost like it's designed to do that.
Yes. You talk about that. At least for me, I've been telling people for a number of years that sometimes because I feel like the Bahamian society is so aggressive, we have a lot of laws that are still on the books that are very much attached to colonialism. That's a big issue. It can sometimes feel as if I'm being strangled, like I cannot breathe. And as I was doing some studying and some research, because I'm dealing with talking about violence, structural violence is this very ambiguous, abstract thing that sits in the air that you can feel happening within each of the industries.
Explain it. Break it down for us. What is structural violence by your interpretation?
So structural.
I see where you're
going though.
Yeah, so structural violence, right, is different from physical violence. So structural violence can be indirect violence, right? So physical violence is direct. If I punch you right now, that's direct violence. So there's a subject, I'm the subject, and you're the object of the violence, right? And if, in the reverse case, with structural violence, you will see that there will be an object for the violence to occur upon, but there may be no subject. And so what happens is there are systematic structures that house and contain this kind of violence within its working. So, for example, the legal system. Within there, and I'll give you a quick example. So, if you cannot pay a ticket, right, you're going to go to jail. That's a structural violence. That's a form of structural violence because you cannot afford to pay the ticket to not incur the penalty of going to jail. See, when we talk about these kinds of violence that is occurring, the fact that I can't find work in a place that I call home,
right,
that's a violence. Because that means that what it means for me, it means that there's either no space was created for me or I was never thought of in the first place.
Right. So lack of planning.
Lack of planning
that you all can see, and you all are obviously paying attention and incredibly smart and intelligent, this millennial generation. And so you all can see that there obviously wasn't thought.
No, we know that. When you study history, you know that.
What is your major?
My major is history and psychology.
History and psychology.
Yeah.
How optimistic are you that you will find gainful employment and be able to get your piece of that Bahamian pie upon graduation?
I'm not. I'm not. Watch this. Now, here's the thing. I can find work, right? But it's not going to be something that I want to do.
Because finding work is different than actually living a good quality of life.
Watch this. Even if we take it, right? And I'm going to use you, right? You're now beginning to walk into this kind of meaningful work that we discuss right now because you've been wanting to do investigative journalism for how long, right? And well, watch this, right? See, well, we don't understand. We really don't understand.
I'm penalized.
So let's talk about that, right? So if you do investigative journalism, there's victimization attached to that. We know this. We know this. But watch this. That speaks to a violence that was meted out against you.
So I was attacked brutally.
Yes, but hold on. But there was no physical person there.
No.
It's the structure.
It's the structure.
It's the structure.
The structure that is meant to doggone say, know your place, go in the corner. Yeah. I don't care how you eat, how you feel. I don't care. It don't matter to me.
Yes.
You shut up.
And see, as millennials and young people, we can see that. And I've always told, I've told numerous amounts of people, if you feel you can put your foot on my neck, you have another thing coming to you. Because I can guarantee you, there is no way that you will walk away with that foot attached to your limbs.
Wow, this is very interesting. The show too segmented today because it's too segmented to even get fully in there. Ashley, what are you saying? What are your thoughts in terms of what Latino said? That listen, and what are you studying, by the way, Ashley?
Okay, so my major is in English education with a minor in Spanish.
A minor in Spanish.
Are
you feeling as pessimistic, as hopeless, somewhat as Latino?
For my own sanity and for my ability to live and do what I feel is my purpose and what I've been placed on the planet to do. I feel like I cannot dwell. I see it, I understand, and I fully empathize, but I feel like I cannot dwell on it, keep that in my mind all the time. If you keep it all on your mind all the time, you're going to feel it.
It weighs.
And you're going to see it. You're going to feel it in your body. It'll probably
and obviously trying to live a very positive life, but can you realistically say, you know what, Latino, every syllable he uttered
is correct.
It's correct.
It's correct. I fully empathize, see, and understand.
How does politics look to you all? This is still it's a political climate, it's a polarized society, but is the 19 to 35-year-old grouping, I don't know, how do you all look at the two major political entities?
First of all, let me say that I'm jaded when it comes to politics in the Bahamas. I did not vote in the last election. I voted the first time, but I did not vote the last election, and it was because I saw no political candidate that represented who and what I believe.
None?
None.
Well, what the dickens you believe?
None.
And what you want?
Let me tell you. So, if, and I said this, if Loretta Butler Turner had ascended to leadership, I would have voted for her. And the reason why I would have voted for her is because I really believe in this time that the Bahamas, and even the world in general, is in need of women to take over and to take lead. And I say that because I think I don't know if we understand it. We've had men leading for a very long time, and we see what has happened. I honestly feel that women are more empathetic, they're more nurturing, but they also understand leadership. They understand how to dialogue. They also understand how to multitask a bit better. There are a few things that I think women have down pat, but not just any woman, right? And definitely not a woman that espouses patriarchal views, right? We're not interested in you espousing letting men take the lead.
To show that listen, I'm a woman,
Yeah.
but I can think and be logical just like a man.
Yes.
That's not what you're
No,
talking
that's
about.
not what we're talking about. We're talking about a woman who understands that she can be independent and still feminine, right? That her femininity is not contingent upon a man. That is not contingent upon what other people think and how and other people, the place that they've placed women in. In particular, I've been telling and I've been advocating for this. I believe that if women understood their power, the real power that they possess, they could stop a lot of the kinds of violence and the kinds of injustices that we see going on. You see, it's not until, and I honestly feel, after doing some years of studying, the only reason why the patriarchy can still exist the way that it does is because women do a better job of upholding it better than men.
Wow, very interesting. Ladies, I hope you all heard that. The fact that we have power, we are the largest voting bloc.
We have more women than men in the Bahamas.
We are the largest
We
voting
don't
bloc.
realize.
And so the thing is, we have the power, but we don't recognize and walk in that power. You know, many of us too busy on our knees and we ain't praying.
Even if you're not on your knees and you're not praying, I find that women sometimes shrink back because they don't want to seem as if they are emasculating men. They don't want, because, and you see it, I've seen it in my mother. Listen, and I'm as real as they come. Because, you see, if you being smart, strong, and independent means that somehow a man is going to get offended by that, then he don't deserve to be in your life.
Wow, listen, a whole movement. You are a movement. So, Ashley, I know that you have been, in preparation for today's show, looking at and interviewing and talking to, and also getting a whole number of views of what your age group and how they feel, etc. Let's hear some of that, and so we can perhaps talk about some of those points they have raised.
Okay, so I have quite a few to share. One person says, tired of playing musical chairs. Okay, so recently there was a clip put on the news of a former prime minister, him asking if he would be re-elected, former prime minister.
If he's interested in running, etc.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, former Prime Minister Perry Christie asking him if he'd be interested in re-election. So the clip was going around on social media.
And what did he say? Finish the thought.
Oh, he said, if I decide to run, you'll know.
And but didn't he say something like, if the people so desire?
Oh, okay.
Something to that sort.
Okay. All right, I did that part.
Yeah.
But no, I agree.
Okay, maybe he did say what you said.
He was like, I remember him saying, if I'm gonna run, you will know.
So what do you guys have against that? If the man wants to offer himself for national office again and serve the country, why do millennials have an issue with it? Let me hear first, because you busted to get for there.
When your time is up, your time is up.
How the time is up? If you have life in your body, why time up?
You could serve. I'm not against older people serving in leadership positions, but older people, I think, need to understand the way that they should serve.
How
Because
so?
I don't believe that we should throw away older people, elderly people. You are supposed to protect them. You're supposed to make sure they are straight, and they have been on the earth longer, so they have a lot to offer.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that you should take into
mind what they're saying, and however, depending
So you're saying act as an advisor. Be the grandfather of the party.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that.
What
No,
do you
we
mean?
don't even want you as an advisor.
No, Latino man, you have
No, and watch this. I'm not throwing them away, right? But I'm all about I'm all about ideology. You have to have a particular ideology, and you have to have action behind that ideology. See, the time has come. The time is gone where you could just give people $50 and say show up to a rally and hey, and give us a free T-shirt and say and do all that other stuff and think that it's gonna get you. This current prime minister, I'm not a fan of him. He is incompetent.
Which prime minister?
The prime minister. Sorry, it doesn't tell you. I don't even remember his name. Hubert Minnis is incompetent, and it was seen. After Dorian, we had no plan. Nima was defunct before Dorian. Nima is still defunct, and what Bahamians have not understood is that they just passed a disaster preparedness act that disenfranchises Bahamians and costs you money. They're gonna tell you, watch this. If a storm comes today, they can tell you that the area that you live in needs to be evacuated, right? And they will give you. They will not pay if you're on an island. They will not pay for you to come to Nassau or go to another island.
But Latino, where is that done? Florida has been evacuated. Well, the coastline of Florida and many North Carolina, I'm sure along the coast, east coast, the coastline, have been evacuated for years now. I am wondering if the governor or whomever the state pays for their evacuation. I don't know. Do you think? And I know you're saying, and I even continue. Don't let me sway you, but I'm saying just take this into consideration. Do you think that Bahamians we are very much guilty of where we find ourselves because we are so looking forward to continue being spoon-fed from cylinder days?
Well, that may play a part in it, right? But I think we have to understand that the educational system in and of itself does not provide Bahamians with world-class education for them to challenge these kinds of structures. See, this kind of knowledge that I do on my own in my free time. I don't get paid for this. So you have to be willing. And the issue here is, when it comes down to it, is it much easier for you to work in a tourist model or do what I'm doing? It's much more easier for you to get money. And so if I have to get money to be subservient rather than actually think on my own a way that I can actually have meaningful work, most people choose the path of less resistance. Right. That's just how it is. Right. That's human beings across the board.
Okay, so let's break it down then, guys. And I am so sorry, but these two are here. I'll bring them back, and I probably will have a full millennial panel because you all have a lot to say and thinking about a lot. If you all think 2022, this bunch here, they trying to say, if you want me, earn me. You know where they came from, right? Yeah, and so what do you all think? Let's just break the parties down. What do you all think? For example, let's start with the DNA.
No. I was just talking to someone today, and they've been trying to get me to a DNA rally or just to hear them out, right? And I watched the DNA had this immigration kind of reform panel debate thing that they had, and I watched it online via Facebook. And I sat there and I listened to, I think it's Arinthia Komalafe is her name. I listened, and I was waiting for the moment for her to champion something else, something that I had never heard, a different kind of point of view.
So you're saying stop with the same rhetoric?
It's the same rhetoric. Watch this. It's the same xenophobic rhetoric against people of Haitian descent in the Bahamas. When you understand how it works, listen, if you can't bring me policy that's inclusive and not exclusive, amen, then I'm not here for it. Why do I have to treat someone, watch this, someone who was born here, someone who went through the same school system, someone who went through who I went through all this time, these 12 years with, someone whose only place they know is the Bahamas. Why do they have to be excluded? And I understand, right? See, for me, and this is just maybe where I'm at, right? I understand that we have to have rules and regulations. But rules, in my opinion, they can always be adjusted, right?
But do you understand, and Ashley chime in here, do you both understand, and you represent the voice of the millennials, like the first-time voters and those who under 35 and under, right? Do you understand the ire of the Bahamian public when they feel as though their country is no longer their own. Hold your mic up. Their country is no longer their own. Because of this immigration problem, because of exactly what you are proposing, the fact that mommy going to school together for 12 years, and that's my friend, naturalize them quickly. Do you understand when Bahamians say, just as you said, you already said initially, you don't feel like this country is your own, you have no opportunity, etc. So Bahamians are saying, and this is, I guess, the general consensus, when you continue giving citizenship to all of them who are born here illegally anyways, because their parents came illegally, they're saying, then where does that be? It squeezes you out further.
Well, first and foremost, no human being can be legal on the earth. You can be undocumented.
You go to Trump USA.
Well, see, here's the thing. In my way of looking at human beings, they're undocumented. They don't have the necessary legal papers to say that they belong here. And yes, while I do feel like this the Bahamas is not making space for me, taking it the people who are quote unquote illegal were not the ones who caused that. The people who we have elected have done that. And the people before them, and the people before them, and the people before them.
So you were saying the elected officials mainly have not done Bahamians
Yes. I was just about to say,
yes.
I think if more opportunities were offered to Bahamians and they felt more give in certain areas, like in economics, school, education, scholarships, I feel that they felt there was more privilege or more opportunities being offered to them. Maybe they would be not so quick to lash out at immigrants. You understand? It's like the pent up
frustration. It's an anger there.
But it's actually displaced anger. Yeah. Because the people
who they're targeting, that's not where it's supposed to be going.
So it's displaced anger. So my thing is, right? So what Bahamians are doing is placing their anger on people who they know can't fight back because they have no status. See, and that's my issue with the people of the Bahamas. That's my issue with the people of the Bahamas.
And so instead of we direct our frustrations
at where it should go.
Okay, so we need to
go back. We need to go back to.
You need to go back to 1967. You gotta go there. You gotta deal with what's the Linden there.
Yes.
You have to go back. And it's not until you go there and rectify and heal there that you can talk about moving forward.
And we just celebrated Commonwealth Day. How do we benefit the Bahamas? I wish somebody would tell me.
As a member of the Commonwealth.
How do we benefit? What are the true benefits? What do we?
No, we could say Her Majesty. We could say, well, be royal subjects. You want me into that? You don't know?
No.
Well, saying that don't pay my bills. Yeah. Saying that don't pay my bills.
So we ain't into all that,
royal subjects, colonization.
That's all it is.
Trying to get away from it.
We have to decolonize the space.
Royal subjects, what?
I don't get that. I don't I'm not interested in the pomp and circumstance. I'm not interested in the show. Listen, I have real issues. And what I've understood from both parties, all these parties know what to do. They know how to put on great shows, great actors,
every 5 years.
Great actors, fluff, no substance. If you watch it right now,
who do you blame for that? Latino.
Again, yes, the Bahamian people are guilty of it.
When you drunk and drinking, eating your piece of greasy chicken and your rum to the Israeli and dancing, times are good.
Yes, but
after all of that fades away, I still gotta go to the food store every day, and I need money to go to the food store. I gotta put gas in my car. I gotta do X, Y, and Z. All that requires money.
What are your thoughts about the DNA, Ashley?
I think Orinthia Kumalafe actually was presenting some really good points. I liked her stance. I liked she was coming with. I wish she had more backing and support. I would.
Is she attractive? Is her and her party attractive to you for 2022?
She is particularly attractive to me, but I guess I need to hear more. I feel like promo and seeing her, her presence on social media. I think she definitely needs to push that more.
Social media is important for you guys, for whoever it is you will elect.
Social media is a powerful tool.
Definitely.
She definitely should push more so that we can understand what it is that she is offering, what she intends to do, what her action plan is. Because I would like to see a woman run the country. We see women, this entire crowd, women do stuff.
That's right. Another studio. You guys will meet the studio audience. Studio audience, please give applause so they can hear you. Yes, absolutely.
Women get stuff done. done. And that's exactly what Natina was saying, and women do get stuff done. We need to promote them more. We need to big them up like we're behind on the expo.
I don't think a woman should get it just because she's a woman, though. She's
No.
got to show herself deserving.
Definitely, we're not
Yeah.
suggesting that,
No.
right? And this is what I was talking about. So initially I liked Komalafe, but when I heard that immigration policy, that brought me a bit. Now I do like the DNA stance on marijuana, the legalization or the decriminalization. I think that we should go all the way with legalization, not just decriminalization, but we have to think about it, right? Both the PLP and FNM, a lot of times when they get up to talk on their rallies, notice what happens. It's a lot of mudslinging. And honestly,
So let's talk about the PLP. Let's hear your individual
Let me
views.
tell you, this is what I was going to say earlier.
Okay, go ahead.
After the video of Mr. Christie started going viral, this is just some views of some of the people on social media. Tired of playing musical chairs with our country's leadership. Someone younger, please. Or at the very least, someone not named Hubert or Perry. The audacity of these people who refuse to give young people the chance to lead this country that they enjoyed is both astounding and dumbfounding. Bruh, we don't want to see you again. I swear the Bahamas is regurgitate the same people and then wonder why we stuck in neutral with these old bleep politicians. You already have 40 years. What more can you offer? I ain't even home and I'd fly there just to pack up and leave off principle. We can't keep falling for free t-shirts and lazy two-legged shuffles. The country can't move forward recycling failed leadership. Sit down, enjoy retirement. One person said, my God, no. Someone else said, rebuking it in Jesus' name. We ain't forget, sir. It's a no. These ninjas really have all of us for conk. What a time. Perry, have a seat, just not in Parliament. Thanks, eh? What's crazy is that it ain't even a stretch that if he run, he'd possibly get elected. Last but not least, LOL, if y'all elect this man back as PM, I doing a backflip wheelie off PI Bridge and landing on the dock. So I really saw it was like a common thread. Nobody wants to see him. One person, I think he said it really best, saying what's crazy is that it ain't even a stretch that if he'd run, it's a possibility he'd get elected. We don't want to accept that reality.
No, but it's a possibility.
It's a possibility.
But how does your grouping, in terms of your age group, how do you all feel about Brave Davis's new PLP?
that's not a new PLP. That's not a new PLP. I think Leslie Miller was just saying that some of the older people are gonna start to run. Some of the more veterans.
They're interested. Yeah, they're interested in being a part of the ticket.
See, for me in particular, when I start hearing that, we already know what time it is. You know what time it is.
What time is it?
It is the same PLP time. All they're gonna do is do the same thing that they did to us the last time they were in office. They're gonna take from us, leave us in debt, and then the FNM will come proposing these policies that should make us better, lie to us again. We've seen what happened. One of the first things that Hubert Miller said that he was gonna do was unseal the documents of Bahamas. Are they unsealed? No. See? Listen. I'm listening. I read the manifesto. Half of the things they talked about, they paraded, who the minister was? They paraded Kendall Dawson, I think it was.
A number of them.
Hold up, that was a poppy show.
So
That was a whole circus only.
Wow.
All they said that they were going to get these criminals. They stole from us. They did this. And in fact, some of them did. But how much you want bet, right? As true as form. We saw Shane Gibson walk away. We saw Ken Red.
Well, he was proven innocent by the courts, not guilty.
But it still was a circus. It was a circus.
Yes.
It's the whole show of saying we did something. We brought justice, or we attempted to.
Thank you very much, social media. Please share the video. Everybody here in the studio audience, please share the video as well. Kizzy says, I totally agree with him. Kizzy, Aisha Newton. Rush is streaming and he says he totally loved the song, Brandon. You got to pull that up again when we shift, which will be in about 10 minutes.
Your song is great, by the way.
No.
Really.
Say it
When
loud.
I listen, sometimes I'm singing. I'm like, It's really good.
No, kids love it. Like to everybody love
Very
that.
catchy.
Yeah, thank you very, very much. I put a lot of work into it along with Patrice, and so I'm just happy that this wonderful production team could like bring it back again. Yes. Bertha Smith says, on point, young man. Thank you, Brendaline, who's watching and streaming from Atlanta. Kayla Simmons, big hello to you. Good day. Also, let's just see. Thank you very much, Kizzy. Yes, please share the show. Share it. Invite your people to watch all of it. Good afternoon to you, Agnes Ferguson. It's wonderful to have you streaming. Graham Rutherford says, it ain't they country. Hello, Mr. Smith. Just get the Lighthouse Project. What? Just got his Lighthouse Project taken from him? I guess he means what's going on. The Philadelphia will be more appreciative of the job. What are your thoughts about people like a generalization of being denied these lucrative, wonderful opportunities to really sort of grab a hold of something and really make something meaningful and something that is really representative of living this dream that is just being denied us.
Well, I mean, it all depends on what the dream is. For example, I sat in the whole conversation. I was able to make it to one conversation of, I think it was the development in South Eleuthera. I can't remember the name right now.
You mean the Disney One Eleuthera Foundation?
So there were South Eleutherians in the building, and they were talking about the fact that other Bahamians who are not South Eleutherians don't understand how poor, how in need they are, right? But you have to juxtapose your freedom. You have to juxtapose what's going to happen when Disney comes in. And my thing is, right, there were, I think, 6 or 7 environmentalist groups that were telling the people of South Eleuthera that we're not saying that Disney can't come in, but they need to change the model in which they're coming with. Because what happens is when they come, they're going to damage the environment, which means that you will have to go further out for conch. You have to go further out for fish. They weren't hearing that. Right? They wanted 150 jobs.
They want the quick, give us that quick piece of bread right away. That's what we want. We hungry now. Give us the piece of bread. And when they full and you say it's done, and then you look around, scratch on your head like, oh my God, there was a time we would have been able to do this or do that, and it's now, and these cruise companies, you're right. I mean, investors are welcome, certainly, but for what they get and then what they give, it just does not balance.
See, I'm all about reciprocal relationships, and for me, Disney does not represent a reciprocal relationship, and I will not be forced. I don't care how broke up I am. I won't go into a relationship that I'm not getting something out of, and let alone half of what I put in, because the truth of the matter is, those 150 jobs will be menial tasks where you make up beds, you clean toilets, and are you okay with that? Is that all that you're worth? And watch this, there are more than 150 people living on Eleuthera.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we have to begin to think.
Absolutely.
But there are Bahamians and politicians who don't want to hear this, right? They don't. But Bahamians do not want to think. They do not want to.
We want someone to think for us. Thinking is a little hard work.
I think what you were mentioning about the environment is seriously understated. We have to start paying more attention to that. The environment. I mean, climate change, everything that we see happening. We really have to take more, be more careful, and be more. The government's politicians need to be careful about the implications and the rules that they put in agreements as it relates to the environment, because I mean, you just continue to see the detriments and the negative effects on our environment daily. We always do research,
and we have to live here.
We always, and we are the ones. We depend on the sea.
The what economy?
For food, for fish.
What's the blue economy?
Everything.
Yeah.
For the sea, we depend on the sea for food. We live
and according to everything that's happening, it's exactly
climate change.
Climate change. It is the safest sort of food source right now. And how safe is it with all the pollution and all the other things that's going on in our oceans?
We
right?
have to be better stewards of our environment.
No, we must be. But then it takes us, you all, everybody, to speak up and begin to speak up meaningfully. Graham Rutherford says it's a nation for sale. Tamara Johnson says, well said, Eleuthera will not profit from Disney.
That's just the reality, Shenique, when you talk about it, right? And watch this. Again, I'm not opposed, right, to having tourism within the Bahamas. but it has to be a system where Bahamians benefit from. I'm not interested in being a servant all my life. I'm not interested in being at the bottom all my life. Listen, if that's the case, then I might as well die now. Because, see, for me, that's no different from what my ancestors went through.
No.
It's no
When they
different.
could go to the white theater.
It's economic slavery.
It's the same.
It's economic
same
slavery.
Thing, it's sort of a different face.
And Ian Strawn has a book called From Paradise to Plantation.
Paradise and Plantation.
Paradise and Plantation. He talks about how the tourism and hotels are a plantation in and of themselves. And so when we begin to look at it like this is these affect our psychological, our cognitive frameworks that we view the Bahamas within.
And the Paradise Myth.
Go ahead.
To explain what the Paradise Myth is, we are often painted as a paradise,
Yes.
but it's not a paradise for those who live
Yeah.
here.
The locals.
And the assumption is that, oh, you guys live in the Bahamas, life is great. We have to work just as hard as you from wherever country you come from. And they assume that we get to go to the beach every day. We get to go to the beach when we don't have to work. We probably work twice as hard as people abroad to live the kind of life we're living. And the cost of living is what? We're number 6?
I think it's number 6
Number
or 7.
5. Well, a friend of mine in Canada sent it to me like about 2-3 weeks ago and said, Shenique, did you see this? So according to the article she sent me, number 5.
So I remember seeing that was number 6 on
Yeah.
Forbes.
I think it was 6 I saw.
The Forbes link that was going around.
Yeah.
And so that's the problem, and Dr. Strand did an excellent job with that book, is he talks
The
about
book
it.
is worth reading, obviously. I mean, because, if we don't become informed and educated, what is that book again, guys?
Paradise and Plantation by Ian Strawn, Dr. Ian Strawn.
Perspectives of tourism in the 20th century Anglophone Caribbean.
Yeah.
Something
See, these are the kinds of things we need to be doing. It means that you have to pick up a book. It means that you have to do some reading, right? Now we have, and even though that's a political ploy in and of itself, the quote-unquote free education at the University of Bahamas, that's technically not free, right? That's a political ploy, we know that. But if you do have the requirement, which is a high school diploma, which more than 60% of Bahamians do not have, see, that means it's not free, right? But if you do have it, then you can go. You need to take advantage of that because we don't know what's going to happen when they leave office or if they don't come back.
Well, quickly, guys, in the next 2 minutes, because we're going to shift gears at the top of the hour. We did not the F&M. How does what do millennials feel about the F&M and re-election 2022?
I think this is gonna hopefully this will be a one term. But the way it's looking, it may follow the same kind of trend we see America doing, where they're kind of setting it up for Trump to win again.
We haven't had that back-to-back win since when? Since what? Was it 97? 92, 97? I think since then it's been sort of tit-for-tat, like however that goes.
It may do that again. But it may, I don't know, because, Hubert Minnis he does this weird thing where he looks at Donald Trump and then, kind of mimics almost kind of the same kind of
saying that
rhetoric.
our Prime Minister is you see traits of Donald Trumpism in him?
Yes. Yes.
You feel that way too as well, Ashley?
I want him to go into detail about which trains.
Well, I mean, look, think about it. A few months before we started the Haitians is the problem, the Haitians bring voodoo, the Haitians caused Dorian, right?
The Prime Minister didn't say that.
No, you weren't in there was this thing happening at the University of the Bahamas where they were celebrating women in Parliament, and Janet Bostwick was there. He got up and he asked, can two illegals make a legal?
Yes.
And so I didn't quite get it. So, not only that, the kind of rhetoric that is coming from the Prime Minister about when he kicked in the door of the shanty home.
Yeah.
That is the kind of rhetoric that
you
he's
don't
speaking.
think? Hold on, wait, guys. You don't think that was a strong message that said that this government, led by me, will not tolerate these shantytown shacks being rebuilt?
Listen, that was a show. That was a show. Why? That was inhumane. All you were doing was slapping. You were slapping the same people who were already wounded. They already had been through a hurricane. Forget that they're illegal. They've been through the same hurricane that many Bahamians went through, and you didn't do anything, by the way. So how you could be kicking the door in like you was an Avenger?
These are students from the University of the Bahamas, and as you can see, they are not short on words or opinion. Is there one other, perhaps something you want to share with us quickly before we go?
The last thing I want to say is I feel that our entire, like the way that we run our country, I just think it needs to change. As you mentioned, when you were saying flip-flop, 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 that messes with progress.
It does. Nothing gets done. Nothing meaningful gets
If
done.
one party instituted a plan, it's a good plan, it's making sense. Why in the devil you going after them just because you don't like them to say I gonna switch it and I change it if it makes sense? That does not make sense.
So you all see a
The
country,
entire way we run our country.
you're in between that same age group, this millennials,
That's me.
their voice is the strongest. You all see the country basically stagnant.
It is. It's been stagnant for that.
We could be light years ahead if we didn't have the kind of governmental system that we currently do.
What is this?
I don't even see. For me, I can't be optimistic about this because when I had the privilege of sitting on meeting PYL, Progressive Young Liberals, and the Torchbearers, they're the same coins.
So you're not impressed with the progressive, the youth arm of the
No.
PLP or the youth arm of the FNM?
Garbage.
Wow.
So listen, we're going to pick up this discussion. I am going to have another millennial panel. It's going to intensify, obviously, because they're paying attention. You would think that they're not reading the headlines and not having their own discussions. You all obviously are by this conversation today, and I'm looking forward to the next one. University of Bahamas students, these are educated, well-informed opinions and thoughts, and they are representing a core group of young people who say, listen, number one, we wear no particular color. If you want to get my attention, I have to hear what you're saying. It has to mean something.
That's it.
Yeah?
That's what it is.
One last thing.
We want policy.
One at a time.
See, let me just say this. I want to hear ideas, and I want to hear how we're going to accomplish them. And if you can't do that, if you can't give me some logical kind of sequence about how we're going to get this idea from just being abstract and manifested into my tangible hand, then I'm playing games. My life is on the line.
Very true.
I wanted to say too, I hear a lot of, like in the Ministry of Health, complaints about the health of our country, we're obese, etc. Okay, so we're obese. How can we stop the people from being obese? What can be done? Which fast food chains can you, say no, you can't enter our country because we want our people to
But
be
I don't
healthier.
see, boy, listen, let me tell you, y'all brilliant ideas. I don't think, understand, it's still a democratic, boy, because I can talk to them again, y'all, because it's still a democratic nation. There can be 10 million fast food restaurants in front of you. It's up to you and your discipline to shift away from that. Now, I can understand you saying, what about this bread basket items that you're offering? And why organic food is so expensive?
Why the healthy items are most expensive? If you want me to be healthy and you complaining about my people and us being unhealthy and obese, what are you doing to help?
Hold the mic up.
But that's
What are you doing to help the problem? What are you doing to help fix this?
That's another form of violence,
That
though.
doesn't
But hold on, y'all don't think the Ministry of Health was, now they went a little quiet, but y'all don't think, and I'll tell you, this here person, host, has been leading that conversation since late 2016. You don't think the Ministry of Health, and it formed this whole unit called the Healthy Bahamas Coalition, you don't think that they did something, they've been getting that message out, and they've been a little quiet for a minute, but
If we were serious about food security, we'd be farming.
Listen to me.
If we were serious about that,
Amen.
Bamsi would be bigger than it is. But it's not. So being serious. So if you're not serious, just sit down. And see, listen, I can say all this stuff because I don't care. I really don't care who get mad. I don't. They don't pay my bills. They don't give me nothing. See, when you are affiliated with the Progressive Liberal Party or you're affiliated with the FNM or the DNA, you can't come here and do this. But listen, I sit in a classroom and I'm still there. I'm about to finish. When I'm done, my thing is we need a change. We need a revolution and we need a movement.
Actions speak louder than words.
So, yes, we can put ideas up, but the actions to have that happen, those ideas happen, that's what it's about. I'm not interested in your t-shirt. You could keep that. I'm not interested in your $20 phone
It's
tag.
time to stop pandering to people in the most disrespectful way. And Bahamians have to stop flipping after like a side chick.
Yes.
As simple as that.
No, legit.
Yeah.
Legit.
No, I agree.
No, legit.
Listen, guys, I am totally on to the next segment's time. I see, Melanie, you were saying adjust the camera. I know someone else mentioned that to me about the camera. Perhaps if you refresh, anybody here on their phone looking at it, is everything as it should be? Please answer, I'm asking a question.
No, it needs to be adjusted.
Well, how?
Over more to my left.
Brandon, if you can please maybe stand there for a moment and zoom in to the various people who are speaking. Just do that for me for the next, until you have to leave. But I'm wondering, is it in terms of, because one person said they were seeing just the heads of people.
You can see the whole thing now. You can.
My God, is one person in the audience? Anybody else on their phone?
Yeah. Can you?
What are you seeing?
Mine is fine.
Okay, so Melanie, what I'm saying is, refresh your page, and it should come up as it is. And Brandon Roll is standing there, so what he's going to do is do a little more zooming in, so that we can see we can get some people there, and so yeah. So listen, guys, thank you so much. Karen, if you can play some of that wonderful conversation music as we shift out.
Thank you.
Listen, Latino Thompson and also Ashley McLean. These are University of Bahamas students. They are independent on their own. This is nothing.
No, they want to.
But I just want people to understand, you all ain't just smoking weed on the corner and they're coming here and talking.
No.
You all actually are future leaders of this country.
Yes.
And so I want people to understand these are intelligent opinions being expressed, and to take them very seriously.
Yeah.
Take them seriously, because these are the ones who will decide the vote, them and the women. And so, listen very carefully and take it seriously. And I will have you all back on this show, on this platform, because I think you have a lot to say, and it's very interesting. Thank you very much.
This was definitely a great conversation.
I appreciate you being here. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Thank you, Dwight. Dwight says he can see everyone. Thank you. Yeah, I'm saying it's some people's phones. I understand it's a Facebook glitch when you see that. Please refresh. It should kind of right itself. And so now we're going to shift and talk about. That's good right there, Brandon. That's fantastic right there. And if you can, until you leave, maybe zoom in, do some stuff so they can see faces, because that's what they want to see. Guys, as we kind of fill up the slot, Gideon, you need to call whoever you want here on this first slot, on this other segment. I just want to acknowledge my sponsors today. Today's show is brought to you by Island Courier, professional courier and messenger services. If you have some errands you want to run, maybe send a package to another family island, or have somebody pick up a package for you. The professional courier and messenger services by Shelley Collymore. Around. Never walk across the camera. Not even behind. Around. Thank you, love. I love you so much. Never walk across a live camera. Thank y'all. No break, girl. There's no break. This is just me and the break now. Turn it up a little bit, Kara. So, Shelley Collymore will certainly assist you. You all see the flyer on the page. Certainly give her a call. 477-7243. 477-7243. Also 427-3162. Also Box Fit Nation. Box Fit Nation is with Renee Minus. You will hear her story in a little bit, but she comes from a boxing family and she's now turned it into a fitness movement. I am a part of that movement, and I am totally happy about what I'm seeing already. What boxing does, if you all want to know more, certainly a very fast way to lose weight, incredibly quick way to lose weight. Self-defense, it also causes a number of people to just be stress-free because of all that punching and stuff you're getting out there, really, really super. And cardiovascular health, just to name a few. Give Renee Minus a call, 808-7334, 808-7334. We are also being brought to you by Dr. Ruth Ann Newton Lightbourne in Freeport, Grand Bahama. She has a number of products she offers. She is also a life coach and a business coach and helping you get your brand and your look together. And so certainly you want to patronize her. Her information is also on the conversations page if you just scroll down. Big thank you to Eye Candy Makeup Studio at the Harbor Bay Shopping Plaza. Eye Candy Makeup Studio makes you so beautiful for every and any special event that you have going on. Atalia Wilson and her team are always ready to just kind of, help you present your best face always. And so certainly patronize Eye Candy Makeup Studio when you're looking for a wonderful, wonderful look, okay? And so thank you all so much. Social media, thank you guys so much. I see that you all are sharing the video. It's really super. I appreciate that. Trevor is saying, Trevor, try again, because I don't know. Everybody else is seeing something good, right? Yes, it's on. Thank you very, very much. Really, really super. Shay, pull up your live feed again so I can look at it and see it, please. Yeah. Okay, so we are now talking business, and you heard the young generation. They are college students trying to make their way and prepare themselves to take advantage of what's on offer in the Bahamian economy. And Patricia, how does your picture look? Okay, very good. Okay, and so. And Brandon, you don't have to open so wide. When it's time to go to them, you can just kind of shift it there. Please, any mic, hold it in your hand, please. Hold it up and in your hand. So we're going to shift now to business. You heard the cry for people to become more independent and not go after the job and not continue going after a salary, but to go after their own opportunity. Well, there is a wonderful business expo that's coming up at the end of the month. We're going to talk about business. We're going to talk about what's on tap, because it's not just an expo where you're going to see incredible vendors and what they're going to have their wares on display, etc. But it's also to give you information on how to grow your business, how to become more competitive as a business owner, how to make your business global, how to develop the idea that you have that you've been toying around with for the longest while, and how to kind of bring that idea into fruition. All of that will be available, the information for you. We'll hear more about that in just a little bit. But first of all, I'd like to kind of welcome to this segment Gadian McLean and also Charlene King. I know there are others just over there. Brandon, if you could zoom into those ones there. We also have Singular. What's your last name again, Singular? Right here, always. Turn it on. Oh, good. Yeah, speak into the mic.
Journey.
Is it on for real? Let me see.
Journey.
Singular Journey, and so she is here, a young entrepreneur, and so we're going to hear from them. We're going to hear exactly, how this young lady, who is still in her teens, is creating and making her own way and making things happen. And also she will talk about some of the stuff that she's brought there. But welcome to the conversation. It's good to have you all here. Gadian, you have assembled a nice bunch of just very impressive women who are doing a number of different things. They each have their own unique thing that they're doing. Please talk about how this group came together, and also the fact that business is so important for you to continue pushing and causing to come about with those who desire it.
Okay, well, first I want to talk about why we're here today. And it's culminating from the Mount Tabor Marketplace Ministries concept of our business segment. And so I want to take us back a bit, Shenique, so that we all know where we are in regards to why I'm here today. So on March 1st, 2018, Mount Tabor Church, under the leadership of His Grace Bishop Neil Ellis, launched an innovative and transformative approach to the way the local church positively interacts, impacts, and reshapes our culture. Through identifying various spheres of influences called Marketplace Ministries, the model of the church has been adopted from just doing church work to doing the work of the church. So one of these spheres is the Commission on Business. And the Business Commission was established to act as a bridge between the business community and the church, providing assistance and solutions through our extensive network and resources. So it is our way of doing the work of the church outside of the four walls and making a direct impact in our community. And so the first year, we hosted a business forum. And at that business forum, we had Edison Sumner. We had Gorin Bo from Fidelity. We had another millennial, Lincoln Deal. We had also at that John Pinder, the director of labor. We had Cynthia Ferguson. She came, and she's a blogger, and she has this whole audience now of persons in social media. So what we were trying to do at that time is to say, these are all the areas that you need to take a look at when you're going to talk about being in business.
So today's business model includes everything that you mentioned.
A little bit of everything. We call it mind, body, soul, spirit. And so that was the first forum we held. Packed house, Shenique. I mean, standing room only.
So this is the second year?
This is the third year.
Okay.
So our second year, we changed it a bit. And of course, you were a part of that, where we did a really small segment, where of course, we did the conversation with Bishop Ellis. When you remember, he talked about his life as a business person. And then we had Michael Cunningham. You're always going to talk about finances and how you could, yes. And then we had Sir Franklin Wilson, and he was talking about his story. And so once again, we talked about businesses, but we had a more personal stories perspective for the second forum.
Right.
So this year, what we've done is we're going to have the business forum section, but we're going to do it from the standpoint of bringing vendors in, having them to talk about their stories, intertwining, talking about...
Oh, that's good. So the vendors will also share their experiences.
Of course.
And how and what they have done, little tricks of the trade.
Of course. So how we've laid it out is the business forum will be, the layout is, some people, they take the vendors and put them outside. That's not our layout. Our vendors will be around the business forum. So they will hear what's going on, and they'll still be able to sell their wares. So that's how we're doing it this year.
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds very good. And so let's just meet some of the vendors, because there are a handful of vendors who are here who will be participating.
Of course.
So let's meet some of them.
Yes, but before, can we talk about some of the topics?
Not yet. Let's meet the vendors and then talk to the topics.
So we have about 3 vendors here today.
Okay.
First, it's of course, as our screen says, Sia Monet with candles, soaps, and scents.
So good.
And what I want to say is, because we're talking about the Mount Tabor Marketplace commissions, one of the mandates for Bishop Ellis for this year is the including millennials into everything that we're doing, Shenique. And so I'm so thankful to you that, you came up with the idea of speaking to millennials and then doing this forum, because we've involved a lot of millennials and startup companies into our business forum this year. And so Singular, and of course my niece Asia, they're entrepreneurs, of course, Singular, and she is a part of our forum this year. So I wanted you to just, talk to a few of them that have confirmed that they'll be there on March 28th.
Okay, well, let's meet you, Singular. Please introduce yourself, and then let us hear about your business.
My name is Singular Journey, and we have 100% soy and essential oil candles. They're all natural, so you can actually use the oil from the candle once you burn it on your skin as a massage oil. And then we also have all organic soaps that are all Bahamian made.
How long have you been in business?
This is our 3rd year.
third year being in business.
Yes.
And how did you get started? I mean, talk about what drew you to this idea, not just being a business owner at how old?
14.
14. But what drew you to this idea?
Well, it was actually my mom's idea. She has Shenique Couture, and she wanted to have a branch off of it to offer her customers. So if they wanted like birthday gifts or Christmas gifts, it was easier instead of buying like clothing and more designer items. It was just like a different brand.
Something different to add to the offering.
Yeah.
And
then it just branched off from there.
Yeah. And how did you become so sold on it that she said to you, okay, this is your sort of your thing that you're going to be doing? How did you become so sold on it, and how has business been?
Well, we actually planned for it to be my business, but she just helped me for the first couple of years to get started, and then it was gonna eventually be my sole business.
Yeah, and the fact is, at 14 years old, you have a business that is an established brand. How do you all get the word out about the how do you pronounce it again?
Shenique.
Shenique. It's candles, it's scents, it's soaps. How do you get the word out?
Marketing is key.
How?
We go to a lot of pop-up events, and then we use Facebook and Instagram as our main platform to market our stuff.
Okay, so you certainly tap into that social media platform.
Yeah.
Hold the mic up closer, please.
Sorry.
You tap into your social media platform a lot, and you put yourself out there for people to know that you exist.
Yeah, as many pop-ups that we can go to, we're available to, we go to them.
Okay, describe what's on the table.
We have our 4-ounce candles. They're really good for travel sizes. And then we have our 12-ounce, which is our main size candle. We have a 12-ounce and a 14-ounce, but this is what we started off with, and this is our most popular. And then we have our soaps, and then this is just the bags that we normally use, and then some cards.
If people want to be in touch with you, what's your contact?
Instagram or Facebook at Shenique Candle Soaps and Scents is mainly where you can find us.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Your partner isn't saying anything? Do you have anything to add to it?
So I actually just started a franchise where I wanted to open it up to small business or young entrepreneurs that wanted to start their own business. So we have it open for 4 people that are able to get the $500 package that comes with 10 of the 14-ounce candle, 5 of the 4-ounce, and 15
So
of the 4-ounce.
wait a minute, Singular. What are you saying? You are going and making business owners of 4 other people?
Yes.
By having them come in, make this purchase, and go out there and run with the idea.
Yes.
Oh, wow, that is just amazing.
Yeah.
And so what they do, they brand this stuff for themselves, and they just go and shop it around.
Yeah, so we started it maybe about 2 weeks ago, and we already have 2 people that are interested in it. So basically it's just to open up the doors, and once they get the package, then they'd go to like the different pop-ups. We train them on all of the products and tell them how to like set up the tables. And also, like, if we can't make certain events, we'll also tell them like we have this event available that you could go to. So it's open for them to get out there, and whatever money they make back is obviously theirs, and they just continue to open the business from there.
That is amazing. That is really awesome. The fact that at 14, you are creating business owners, you are a business owner and creating new business owners. And that is what it's all about. You heard the college students here around the table in the first segment, eh? When you heard them say that they feel denied owning a piece of this Bahamian pie, what are your thoughts? In terms of, I know it's a loaded question for a 14-year-old, in terms of the fact that you don't necessarily have to go looking for a job anywhere, but they are speaking about the fact that, you know, sometimes jobs and good jobs are denied so many people. Your thoughts about being independent?
I think it's better to want to own your own business and not always wanting to work for other people. So I would encourage anybody to, if they have a passion or whatever they want to do it for themselves and not go looking to work for somebody else.
That is really super. Thank you very much. This is Singular Journey from Shenique, Candle, Soaps, and Scents. She is going going to be at this wonderful, wonderful business expo. At the end of the month, you'll get the dates and the location, etc. A little bit later. But as we swap out here and for another business vendor to be there, I want you, Gady, to talk about some of the topics that are going to be explored during the business expo.
And thank you so much for that, because we're going to go with 4 topics. Shenique for the Business Forum. And let me say it now. It's Saturday, March 28th, 2020. We're holding it in the Galaxy Hall, National Training Agency. The time is from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And as I indicated, the format of the Business Forum will be in 4 segments. The first topic is the practical ways to pray in and for your business. Meaning that we'll have a business owner that will come and he will talk about how prayer was important for him and the ways.
So you're saying business owners in this 21st century Bahamas should not neglect their faith?
No, they should not. Because we're going to show you how using your faith can cause you to be very profitable, and not only just be profitable, but how you can improve by praying in and for your business. Another topic is how to recession-proof your business, surviving in hard times. And so we're going to have a rags to riches story, Shenique.
Oh, let me hear
where
that.
We're going to have testimonials of persons that might have gone bankrupt. And now...
Well, what is the rags to riches story?
That's the rags to riches story, where we're going to have testimonials of persons that went bankrupt in these businesses, and now they've regrouped and they're doing extremely well. And then our third...
No, don't run ahead of the host.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, let's meet another one of your vendors. Please introduce her.
Okay, this is Miss Barbara Cooper, and Barbara Cooper's business is Trendy's Boutique, and she has clothing for the pleasantly plump woman.
For the good woman.
And look at Miss Barbara. I mean, he has on a lovely blouse and pants and everything, and she is a sweetheart. So she's brought a couple of pieces, Shenique, for us to also
Please
see.
tell us about your boutique and how long you've been in business.
Okay.
Ma'am, sorry about that, Barbara.
Sorry. Yes, good afternoon. Thank you. And thank you so much for this opportunity, and to Ms. McLean for such an opportunity.
Maybe I need to stand up. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Hold up your clothes. Keep talking.
Okay, and I
Yeah, I'll do that for you.
Okay.
Yes.
And okay, the Lord just gave me this business last year sometime, and I started to do it, and I say I noticed that we don't have much people selling the big size. I'm up to 24. So
Dang, how big these go?
some of these, but like this pants here, this is a 28. A size 28, but I can sell some of them, so I need another store. Oh Lord.
Let me help her out right here and try to show the size 28 pants. Yes, thank you. I love you all so much for that save.
Okay.
So this is and this is leather.
Yeah.
Listen, so Barbara, a leather capri pants. So Barbara, this is what you do so that everybody can feel beautiful, every size woman.
Yes, and have that confidence, because so many women, plus size women, they have such low self-esteem sometimes. And so, because they can't find, sometimes the things that they find is not, nice, and so they don't feel right. So they don't feel like, they don't feel well about themselves, because I know I was there, because I was like a 26. But thank God I'm a little slimmer now. And so I feel and I know, and so I say I want to do something whereby other people can feel, these women can feel like they have a worth, they're worth something.
Yes.
And so
So what size do you go up to?
So I go up to, so far up to 28.
Okay.
Up to 28. So this is a dress, but this one is a 24, and this one is a 3X. But like I say, I've sold some of them over bigger. but the 3X. So some women.
It's nice. I like the material. You see this wonderful little sort of armhole detail right here, so that is really nice. I like that. And this, like the spandex material, is really nice.
Yes, it is. And so it's just something you can throw on. You can dress it up, dress it down, and you look well. And so I just wanted to, and that is the one that I've chosen to go with. And so I believe in God for my business to flourish. But
how long have you been in business?
I just started this in December. But
Barbara, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I am 66.
That is incredible. Congratulations. Congratulations that at 66, you decided you're going to take your retirement years and do something you always wanted to do. Right. And you've created this plus size, wonderful option for the healthier woman. Yeah. Well, no, not say healthier. The woman who is a little fuller.
And so right now I don't have a store, but I have it at home. I can sell them at home or bring it to you. Yes. I can bring it to them, and if anybody wants it, I can bring it there. It's no problem.
So you're mobile, and you can call the National Courier Service. The lady is right here. Shelley Collymore is here to go and deliver your stuff.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I have my business cards and everything. So I'm just putting myself out there, and so this is from my first stock that I had. So I'm just hoping to go over to get some more things soon. But this is my first stock, and that's my business.
And it's gone pretty well so far.
Yeah, pretty well so far.
Okay, how can people contact you? And obviously you replenish your stock, obviously periodically.
Yeah, but I will be doing that. Like I said, this is my first stock, and so I will be doing that. So I'm hoping to go get some things shortly. And my number is 357-8677 or 813-5357. And it's Barbara Cougar, or it's a Trendy's boutique or Trendy's plus size women attire.
Is that your social media handle?
Well, none as yet. But I'm hoping to get there shortly.
Okay. Well, then you yourself, while being a vendor, will learn how to market your business even more on social media.
Yes,
come the 28th.
Yes, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Okay.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, Barbara, and congratulations once again. This is Big Size Trendy Boutique. This is Barbara, and you heard her contact information. She has pants, leather capri. Get that. Up to size 28, super stretch. Ladies, I tell you, you're just gonna be real cute. Thank you very much, Barbara. Thank you. And Katie, take it away. What else is,
okay,
what other topic is going to be up for discussion?
Meantime,
the other vendor, get in place, please.
Okay, as I said, the first one was praying in and for your business. The second one, excuse me, of course, was how to recession-proof your business, surviving in hard times. And as I indicated, Shenique, here we have it being declared that we're getting ready for a recession. Mm-hmm. And so what a great time for industry leaders to join us and to talk about how can you recession-proof your business.
Who are some of the presenters?
Okay, so we are looking, some of the persons that we have so far is we've asked persons such as Greg Bethel, we've asked Edison Sumner, we've asked a number of them to come.
No, give these people titles so people listening can hear that these people are qualified to speak to them.
Well, Edison Sumner, of course, he was the former, of course, chairman of the Chamber of Commerce. And so, of course, he had connections with all of the businesses at that time. Now he's a consultant for business owners. And so he is going to be there. As I indicated, we've extended invitations to Greg Bethel, who can talk to you more about savings because he does it all the time. You've got to know how to save. We're talking to a number of lending in units for them to come in, banks for them to come in.
And funding available to businesses.
And also talk to them about saving.
Which is important as a business owner. But Katie, there are also various from government grants, etc., that are available for business owners to go and receive funding
Right.
for their business ideas. Yes.
Yes, and we will have that information available there also at the forum. Now you had talked about, as I said, we were gonna go on 4 topics. I told you about the first 2. The other 2 is developing business strategic partnerships. And so for this one, we're talking about not just local partnerships, Shenique, but we're talking about global partnerships. And how the use of social media can cause you to have that global partnership. There are a lot of small businesses that don't use the internet, or they don't market their business, and they can at a very cost-effective way.
And you know, you're right, because people should understand. For example, Charbonnet is a home-based business, as is many of the businesses that are being displayed today or featured today, and they are prominent on social media,
Of course.
and therefore receive orders from around the world.
Yes, but then you have
So the thing about it is, there is no idea with 7+ billion people on Earth. You will find a market.
Of course.
Don't feel as though your market or niche is confined to the Bahamas.
No, and that's why we're bringing in someone who will tell you, listen, I've been in that state, but I created strategic alliances globally, and this is how my business has grown. And so what we're saying is, we're inviting persons to come so that you can hear from these persons, talk about, listen, this is how I did it. And then, of course, the last one is building a business from your passion. And we're going to do it from a millennium perspective, where we will have a millennium come in and talk about how he did it, or how she did it, and how they had passion for what they created in their business. What I'm loving, though, Shenique, is that the vendors that are coming to us are millennials.
Super.
And they're saying to us, how can I
So you have more younger vendors.
We have the younger ones calling and wanting
to be
a part of the forum.
Yeah.
And of course we have the young at heart also wanting to be a part of the forum.
Of course, for example,
like Miss Cooper.
Like Beverly, yes, that's her name.
No, Barbara Cooper.
Yes, it's really awesome that, at 66.
Yes.
Barbara, where were you employed before?
I was at Pachelco.
So here is somebody who was at BTC, and she decided just in December, just what is that, 2-3 months ago?
Yes.
2.5 months ago, that guess what? I'm going into my own business. She has it named already. She decided her niche market. Instead of trying to go after all the skinny girls, Barbara said, hey, these full girls, they need some clothes and they need to look nice.
Okay.
And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to cater to them.
Yes.
And it's going pretty well. She only has a few pieces left in stock. She is now about to replenish her stock, and so I hope you all got her contact information. But the thing about it is, her story is an example of you don't have to be 20 to get into business.
No, not at all. And what we're saying is that we're creating the avenue for you to take a look at all of the businesses. Where at the forum, we're seeking to have one of each type of a business, so that you don't have everybody selling clothes, everybody selling soap, but you have a variety of businesses there that you can say, oh, I didn't even know this existed. And then you'll have the millennials coming in and saying, I started this, and here is what I have to offer. So I'm excited about Saturday, March 28th, and what Mount Tabor is putting together for our business forum and trade expo.
So one of the vendors is somebody that I am like I did a video this morning of my session with her, and people were like, what? No, where is this? Where does this happen? People love boxing. A number of people called me after that and said, Shenique, I always love boxing. What are you doing? Where is this happening? I want to get involved. Please tell me about her, and then we will hear from her.
Okay, well, as I said before, we started to promote the business forum a few months ago, and of course, I know Renee because she is my massage therapist. And
she does massages as well?
Yes, Yes, and so when I talked about it, reached out to her, she said yes. And so that's why I'm saying our approach for this forum is we're going to tell you about the things that you need to keep your business going. And the vendors are there that will complement a lot of what is available in our country.
Renee, please, welcome to the conversation. It's good to have you here. You are someone who, like I am totally wild about, because you are letting me do something I only imagined I could do, and that's box. And box and get in shape. It's good to have you here. Please tell us about this program that you have created that really people have always wanted to do, but just not sure how to even begin getting involved with. And you don't have to be a professional to do it.
Well, thanks for having me.
Hold it a bit closer.
Thank you, Ms. McLean. Yes, boxing for females right now, not just females, for fitness. Like you said, a whole lot of people think it's just for professionals, but it's not just for professionals only. You know, you have boxing for fitness, to keep you trimmed, to help you with your cardiovascular, to help you with your nervous system. It helps you with the total body.
Yeah, everything that I do, I research. And I've been researching boxing since I started. And the thing is, the benefits. I mean, even cardiovascular health and the things it addresses. For example, when you start boxing, it brings about so many wonderful benefits, including decreasing blood pressure, stress, so many things. And what I did not know, Renee, that I'm excited about even more now, is that it burns fat like it just melts off.
Rapid weight loss, we call it.
Rapid weight loss.
Rapid weight loss. It's a full body cardio exercise. You work the full body, from the core, from the inside out. Body, mind, and spirit, all at one time. That's why boxing is one of the leading sport out there for weight loss, for fitness, for the whole body.
I know a number of models.
One of the best cardiovascular exercises you can ever do.
It absolutely is. You know? And you look at boxers; they are very lean. They don't have no extra fat, etc., etc. But who on their body? I mean, who can box?
Anybody can box. Everybody can box. Boxing is not limited to nobody.
How often do you have your sessions, and where do you kind of go to a group or let them meet you, or how does that work?
I'm also a health coach as well, and she said a massage therapist. So I do private training as well as group training, Wednesdays and Fridays, Goodman's Bay. Yeah, we take over the beach.
Absolutely, take over the beach.
All right. Wednesdays and Fridays, 7 a.m. in the mornings. They can meet us out there.
I am interested in knowing what has been the greatest the results that you've seen, or transformation from someone, woman or man, who is still participating in your program.
Who is still participating? Wow.
Or has.
Oh man, I can go down the list. Wow, greatest thing, what I like to see, because coming from a massage and, area, I like to see limbs moves. I like to see modality. I like to see things that the doctors say, well, you're not going to be able to run no more. You're not going to be able to stretch that arm no more. Or you have a back problem, you need surgery. I like to see when all of that changes. That's where I get my passion from, Toning and body, the physique, that's second to nothing for me. That's probably the last thing. That's a benefit from what I like to see. From
the work that's happening internally, and the real work that's happening.
Exactly.
And the real transformation.
Right.
It's really cool, really awesome. I tell you, people are being inspired by the business stories here. Sonia Foster says, the whole coronavirus is making me think of having my own business in a new perspective, especially with schools and other industries closing. Yeah, you're right, Sonia. These people have businesses. Wow, that's true. Every business today is something that can operate beyond the coronavirus, because schools are now closed. And I imagine, Sonia, where you are, perhaps maybe they're closing schools there too, as they have had a few positive cases. And so today we're talking about, really, it's a mixed bag that was presented. But this second segment is talking about featuring Bahamian business owners who have made unique business ideas come to life. They will all be featured at the Business Expo from Mount Tabor Church, happening on March 28th. That's a Saturday. And Renee Minus is one of them. Renee, give a little bit about your history, what people don't know about your legacy, the family that you come from, and the fact that you qualified to be jobbing and doing all that. And you know when you say you're going to lose weight and you're going to get fit and healthy, you know what you're talking about.
Yes. My name is Renee Minus. I am from the Minus clan. My family, they are professional boxers before I was even born, because my dad, he was boxing professionally, way before I was even thinking about coming into this world. As I entered into this world, from the hospital into the gym, that's how it happened. Mm-hmm. So I've been doing this all of my life.
Wow.
Dad made sure everybody, or even all his girls, all his boys, everybody boxed.
You're kidding. So even though y'all probably didn't have a desire to go professional, he still made it mandatory that y'all were going to get in the ring.
Yes.
And you've been in the ring for how long? How many years would you say?
I'm still in the ring.
No, that's right. You're still in the ring. And you know what? You fairs. You got a good job, because she has jobbed me a couple times. I'm like, girl, Renee, we only playing here. You know what I mean, Ashley? Like, relax, what are you trying to do? Like, Muhammad, I never told you I wanted to be, what is Muhammad Ali's daughter? Layla Ali. We did not have that conversation. But I am feeling, I love it. I'm feeling good. I love the boxing. It is a different kind of workout. I got interested when I saw one of the Victoria's Secret models. Like, this is how she got her body in shape before the fashion shows, and she swears by it. In fact, she still does it. And then I started seeing a number of other celebrities into boxing. That it just really, really an incredible way to get in shape, to stay in shape, to de-stress, and imagine that breathing in that beautiful ocean air. To add to that, and so it's really, really super. And Renee, I'm looking forward to kind of be doing a big reveal.
Oh, you will get it.
Let me tell you, you're gonna be.
As long as you're dedicated, you will get it.
Who did you call them on? July, yes, Renee. So you heard that,
yes. Another benefit for BoxFit as well is to help with self-defense. So a lot of kids that I train as well, it's mainly for self-defense, especially for the females. They love it and they use it.
And so instead of that whistle, you're saying, start boxing. Because I know boxing will get you some results more than the whistle, I tell you that.
Yeah.
No, seriously, that whistle. Renee, this is Renee Minus. Renee, where can people contact you? What are your Facebook pages, your telephone contact, all of that?
My telephone contact is 808-7334. You can call me anytime, except on Sundays, please. You can get me at Renee Minus at renee-7
Say that again.
RENEAMINUS 7 @gmail.com. And I'm at Renee's Body Solution on Facebook.
Yep, thank you very much, Renee. And so you can continue sitting right there as Gaynell, as Gaydeen continues to tell us about how you're going to see Renee, and you're going to see Barbara, and Singular, and many others on the 28th of March.
And I just wanted to confirm so far the vendors that are with us, Shenique. Of course, as I said, we have Sia Monet, which is Singular, and we heard from her today. We have Bahamas. We have Bahamas Biz Buzz, which is a marketing company. They promote businesses like via e-blast, social media, etc. Their own is John Farquharson. So if you're looking for a very cost-effective way to send your business out, advertise your business, Bahamas Biz Buzz will be there. Then we have Trinkets Galore. Tammy Wall is the owner. Trendy's Boutique, Barbara Cooper. We have La Boutique Poised. Patricia Ann Claire is the owner, Classy Clothing and Accessories. Then we have Classy Loft, Charmaine Kelly. That's trendy clothes and jewelry for the millennials. Once again, going back on Bishop Ellis's love for the young people and involving them in our forum. We have, of course, Renee's Body Solutions. We have Shaking, Eating Emotionally Well. Then we have Chick Charlie Farms, which is Shavara Roca. And she, Shenique, she's into backyard farming. She's into organic.
Charlie Farms?
Yeah.
Were they once located somewhere in the, all the way out west?
Yes, but now she's a pop-up. So on Saturdays, you can find her anywhere.
One of those wonderful farmers market locations. Oh, okay.
And then, of course, we love the coconut water, and it's good for you. So we have Brent Saunders. He's going to be there, actually have the coconut water and the meat, the coconut, available for sale. So these are the ones that have confirmed. And as I said, every day we have vendors calling us and asking us. We've heard about the Mount Tabor Business Forum that's coming up March 28th. How can we be a part of it? And so I just want to say you can call the church at 392-9300, ask for the secretariat, and get more information. You can also.
What time does it start?
The forum starts at 10, and we go from 10 to 2. And so, as I said, Saturday, March 20th.
It doesn't take up too much of your day.
No.
It's a nice little window in there that you can come and be empowered. Maybe even have an idea triggered for you that you can just kind of sort of flesh out and discuss with the professionals who are going to be there.
And the wonderful thing about it, Shenique, is that we're going to have live remote so that to let persons know, listen, this is who is here, this is who is spoken. Maybe give them a chance to chat with the person that was a part of the forum, one of the speakers, where we can have interviews with them and persons are able to hear live what's going on at the forum. And so we're excited as a church about the business forum. You don't want to miss it. You want to be a part of it. And we're here saying, come one, come all. It's an event that's for businesses that is worth your while, not just being a part of, but coming to.
Sounds very good. And so you have another vendor. Are there any other vendors in the audience? Maybe you can tell us about who that is in the audience. I think she's reluctant, or maybe Shay can tell us who she is.
Kelly, do you want to come?
Please get the mic. There. Let's introduce the vendor right here to my left.
Okay, this is Shaking of Eat Emotionally Well. And like I said, she'll be a part of the business forum on the 28th. And so welcome.
Thank you, Gaby. Thank you, Shanique.
Absolutely.
Good to be here, and I'm excited about the forum and having the opportunity to share my unique vision with the Bahamas, and particularly because, Shanique, we are in an era where, we are a fat nation. We're not only fat, but we are sick as well. And we can see that not only in the Bahamas, but throughout the Caribbean. And one of the things I've done differently this year in terms of how I coach my clients is that the goal behind it is not only to get my clients to lose weight, but more importantly to keep it off. Because we see, every year, the seesaw of weight gain and weight loss. And I think a lot of that is a lack of education, a lack of support, and a lack of maintenance. And what I've done over the past 6 years is rebranded myself as a nutrition coach with my unique multi-dimensional eating and lifestyle brand, where the primary goal is to get my clients to keep their weight off.
And so what are you going to make available on the 28th to those who come by your booth?
Well, Shanique, this is going to be a surprise, because Shaking is going to be in the house, and so, whenever Shaking is in the house, you expect something
So wait a minute, so then you're cooking something to make
it's going to be a surprise. But Gaden, I think you somehow forgot to mention that the forum is open to persons coming in. Is there any fee for persons wanting to come into the actual expo? Is there a fee?
Yes, there is a fee. For persons that are vendors, the cost of the booth for the space, registration, etc. is $100. For persons coming to the forum itself, All we're asking is that you go to our website. You email. I apologize. Let me get that real quickly. mtbusinesscommission@gmail.com, and you will say that you're interested in coming. So we have the numbers confirmed.
So they have to just go email.
Yes.
It's almost like an RSVP.
Yes. And all you're simply saying is, I want to be a delegate for the business forum. There's no cost for that. We just ask that you register so that we have the numbers confirmed for the business forum.
And what is that email address again, please?
Email address mtbusinesscommission@gmail.com. The telephone number 392-9300. If you want to just call in to ask for the secretariat and just write your name. So I just want to confirm with my name that I'm going to be there as a delegate for the business forum and expo.
So this is super. I mean, the persons who want to attend free of charge, obviously call in and reserve your spot.
Yes.
But it's obviously a wonderful opportunity for people to come and be exposed to these businesses, hear their ideas, how they're doing, how they're continuing to do it, so that the inspiration is shared and spread.
And this is what doing work outside of the church is all about. It's about aligning yourself with business owners, knowing what their challenges are, and the church working with them to indeed assist with some of the challenges they may have. This is why we have the 4 areas that I identified, and we're bringing in the experts to tell you, okay, this is how I made it. This is how I did it. This is where I was, and this is where I am today. This is how you can save. These are the cost-effective ways that you can utilize social media to become a global strategic partner. Then you have the young people, where once again, I keep saying it, Bishop has a love for them. And he's saying, include the millennials, because you are indeed correct. Like I said, I was so happy for your show today, because here you have millennials saying, listen, for the next general election, y'all better do this, this, and this. And so I'm really, really excited. I love that Bishop Ellis has asked us to include the millennials. We're excited about what he started in respect to the marketplace ministries, and we're excited about the forum on the 28th.
What is the phone number again?
Telephone number 392-9300, the Secretariat at Mount Tabor. And as I said before, we're going to have dynamic industry speakers providing advice on topics such as business growth, financial investment, how to save, and much, much more.
Okay, awesome. That sounds really, really good. And once again, the location, the time, and the email address for people just to say, listen, I'm interested, I'm attending, so you can have an idea of who's attending.
So once again, Saturday, March 28th, from 10 to 2 p.m., the Galaxy Hall, National Training Agency, Gladstone Road. The telephone number at the Secretariat at Mount Tabor, 392-9300. Email us for any information, or just to simply say, I want to be a part, mtbusinesscommission@gmail.com.
Absolutely. Gadine, any final comments as we wrap up today's show?
And as I said, I just want to tell everyone, don't miss this exciting and rewarding event on March 28th. We're excited about it. We know that we're going to have a packed house, and we want vendors to feel they could come and that they'll make money, but not only that, you'll walk away with
so
a lot
much
of
information to take your business to the next level.
Yeah,
super, really awesome.
Yes.
Once again, it's the 3rd annual Mount Tabor Business Expo happening on the 28th of March at the National Training Center.
In the Galaxy Hall. And
National Training Center on Gladstone Road.
Yes. It's a beautiful hall, Shenique.
Absolutely. A number of speakers are going to be there speaking on a number of topics. and you want to be able to get in there. It's free of charge, by the way. Now, if you have a business that you want represented and be able to display your wares, certainly, of course, there's a $100 charge, but that email once again.
Email mtbusinesscommission@gmail.com.
Okay, super. Thank you very much, Katie McLean. Thank you for the ladies here sitting at the table, shaking, and also reading minus. Also for the first segment, thank you to those University of Bahamas students who are so incredible and certainly not sparing any opinion about how they feel about 2022. I will have them back again, and it's going to be a bigger panel to hear their views, the millennial view as well. And so thank you all so much. Big hello to Ruth Wilson, who's watching from Freeport, and also Stephanie McPhee, who's streaming from Italy. The show over, Stephanie. You just come in. And then we kind of, yes, absolutely. And so thank you all very, very much. And thank you to all the vendors who appeared as well at the top of the hour. Thank you. Thank you, Cara Ellis. Thank you, Brandon Roll. You both have been incredible with the graphics and everything. And I'll tell you all this. This is just the interim. I want you all to stay tuned to this page, share the video, all that stuff. Continue participating. I appreciate it and love you all so much for it, for supporting the show independently on this platform. I absolutely am grateful for that. If you're having some glitch with your phone that you're just seeing the tops of the head, many times what Cara or Brandon would do is zoom in to the screen so that you see clearly what's on the screen, or that you see maybe a business or a graphic that is a part of the show to enhance the conversation. But if you're having an issue otherwise with in terms of your video, maybe just seeing the heads of people, refresh the page and then go back in. It is the same quality show that you are used to and you know about. I thank you all so much for coming on board and expressing interest in sponsoring the show. You can also appear live on this platform to talk about your business, your event, your merchandise, whatever it is. Certainly inbox this page, the conversation Shenique.miller, inbox, and we will get to you and be able to get you on. The prices are extremely friendly, and so we certainly appreciate you supporting me in this interim phase right here, and I absolutely welcome all of the support.
Yes.
Thank you all so much, and see you on Monday. Have a great evening, everybody.